of broken twigs and crushed leaves leads to the door. "I know," he says. "I didn't mean to be insulting." "You were." He nods. "I'm sorry, Sabine." "It's fine." I shrug, portraying a nonchalance I don't feel. If Gil were Fae, he would have detected my lie. "You could spar with me by way of apology." A gleam enters his eyes. "I thought you'd never ask." I grin up at him. The only time we don't engage in a skirmish is when it rains or I have chores to do, hence the constant appearance of grime on my clothes. "Shall we dance?" Several moments later, I'm twirling my staff merrily while Gil glares at me, his breathing labored. "Tired already?" I ask with a wink. "What were you saying about me losing?" He shakes his head, his smile from earlier reappearing. "Sometimes it's not about winning or losing. It's about being strategic and living to fight another day." "Only losers say that." His eyes widen right before he ducks. My staff swipes through the air in the exact spot Gil's head was a moment ago. I spin around and raise my weapon once more. But this time, my friend is more than ready to meet my attack. He slams his weapon against mine, the loud crack and echo in the woods. "If I'm not careful," Gil says between pants, "I think you'll bludgeon me to death." I purse my lips and shove him back. Not enough to send him to the ground, although I could. It's difficult to keep my strength under control when my friend riles me up. "Don't be a baby," I say. "Besides, I'd never hurt my best friend." He lifts a sardonic brow. "I'm your only friend." The expression on my face tightens as the truth hits me harder than any physical blow. It's not that I wasn't aware of how alone I am in this world. It's just not something I want to hear said aloud. "All the more reason for me to leave you in one piece," I say. Our wooden staffs collide once more, with me on the offensive drive. I strike Gil again, and he grunts, his arms straining under the force of each blow. The beads of sweat on his brow gather and fall with every one of my attacks. "Is that all you've got, Sabine?" "Don't make me embarrass you," Gil scoffs. "I'd like to see you try." "If I used all of my strength, you'd be defeated in the blink of an eye." "Challenge accepted," I say. It's not exactly a lie, but a pang of guilt streaks through my chest regardless. "Make sure to hold on to your big stick." His mouth falls open. "Was that a euphemism?" I swing my staff in a wide arc, forcing Gil to raise his weapon to avoid being struck. The clashing of wood is satisfying, as is my friend's bewilderment. My attacks continue without ceasing. I bombard Gil with a flurry of strikes and jabs meant to disarm him without serious injury. He's not unskilled, and manages a good defense, at least for a little while, until I hit his staff hard enough to send it flying. "Yield," I say, pressing the tip of my weapon against his chest, right underneath his teardrop necklace. He dips his head in silent defeat. "The victor, as always." I lower my staff and my gaze, unable to meet his. Maybe I should let him win on occasion to soothe his ego. But with me holding back my full potential, I can't be more deceitful than I already am by letting him best me. "You did great. Better than yesterday," I say. "It's difficult to recognize that when you're always winning." I walk over to the fallen log where my backpack sits and sling it over my shoulder, sneaking a peek at Gil from beneath my lashes. "And you're all right with that?" "I'd rather lose than not be with you at all," he says softly. The note of seriousness just underneath his tone pricks me. I've never viewed my friend as anything more, but I can't say the thought hasn't crossed my mind. If not Gil, then who would I spend the rest of my life with?